Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Saltcast. We are back again, as we always are each week. I'm your host, Alex. I'm here with the one and only Bert and Sebastian. This is our
Bert, what's up?
regular bi-weekly episode where we talk about news and updates and entertainment world and all of that kind of stuff.
New.
So,
but not that much is new right now.
yeah, no
But-
overarching theme to this episode or anything like that. So,
There's a lot of announcements for things, but nothing's come out yet.
yeah.
I would disagree with you. There was one good movie that's come out this year.
I probably
I've
don't
seen-
know what you're talking about.
It's called Iron
I
Claw.
heard about that.
I'll
I
explain
heard
it.
that. That's
Not know what
really
you're
good.
talking about.
But yeah, so we're gonna do our regular news stuff, and we will see where we end up by the end of it. Who wants to go first
Yep.
with news?
I do want to... So, I'll go with mine because it's kind of brief.
Is it the Iron Claw? stuff?
Remember that manga?
Oh, I love
that
this. Yes, the one that I asked you about, and you were like one page in or something.
Yeah. Well, actually, I've read a lot
No,
more.
I'm saying last
since
time
then.
I asked you.
Yeah. That one. It's like
The one I picked.
about books.
Because
Yeah.
it just only because
I was-
the cover looked cool. That's the only reason.
Mm-hmm. So this past weekend, I've been sick. Terribly so. So I was laying in bed last night, and I had the book next to the bed, but not like on the bed. And I got sick, and I threw up on the book.
What the fuck?
It's that bad, huh?
And now the pages are super gross.
Where'd the rest of your vomit go?
On the floor.
I made it to the
guess.
trash, but it was more
Oh,
of
you were
like
like
a...
leaking on your way there.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, that sounds gross.
So that sucks. So I'll never know now. Unless
Well,
you're gonna read it
yeah.
still like that.
I mean, if I touch the middle of the page, just
Oh,
avoid
that's so
the
disgusting.
gross.
So gross.
Now, I'll probably end up rebuying it because the book seems pretty interesting. It's pretty much about like a library and like the runnings of
Okay.
one,
With vomit
but in
mixed
like
in?
well,
Wait, so
now,
what-
but not originally.
What like genre does it fit into then?
I would say more fantasy.
But like in
It's
terms
pre-
of
it's
like
kind of
anime.
like it's not an isekai.
Well, that's good.
It's basically just like poor boy that is like village freak, loves reading but gets denied like access to the public library. Then like there's this magical, or not magical, but there's just like this mega
Is there
library
like battles?
that contains
Is
copies.
it like shonen-ish?
No, it's more just like just about books and like the
It
maintenance
sounds
of
like
them.
it could be extremely
see.
boring or like somewhat interesting.
It's just like
Yeah, I
running a
don't know.
library.
I guess in
So is it like
I don't
a
know how to
slice of
describe
life
it.
type thing? Kind of.
If you have an I would say kind of like slice of life. If you have an appreciation for reading and like books, you would probably like this manga.
Okay.
Because it very much plays into the idea when you're reading, you're putting
Yeah.
yourself into the world sort of thing, and you're getting engrossed into the story
Yeah, okay.
and stuff like that.
I see.
And it talks about how the main character like is waiting for a hero to come and basically sweep them away into a grand adventure.
Okay.
I see.
And
I'll have to know more
it's-
later
it's-
on.
It's pretty wholesome.
Because I'm not really understanding like what goes on yet, but it sounds interesting.
Like, so the first chapter, it was about these they're not knights, but they're the equivalent of knights in this world. They're just like revered librarians
sure.
that come to this town, and they like are expecting this like public library, and there's like 4 different divisions. There's one division for like the security of books. One is public relations. Another
I
is
don't
like the
need to
repair
know
of
the
books.
specifics. I was just wondering what the main point of the story is.
Couldn't tell you. It's too mixed in with the puke all
Just
over
about-
the book.
He threw up on that part.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to.
Well, you'll
put
have to
into
read
words.
more.
Apparently.
But
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably. That's
so-
pretty much.
one thing before I forget, you said that thing about Iron Claw that came out last year. So like at the end
Yes.
of last year, yeah, it was in December.
Oh,
came
did
out.
it? Okay.
I haven't even heard of it. What is that?
I saw it
Yeah,
in
it's
January.
it came out
was
late
why.
December. So yeah.
That movie
But what is it?
Have you guys
I
seen
don't
it?
know what it is. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Boss,
I
have
didn't
you
get a
seen it
chance.
or
I
no?
was out of town this week.
It is. So it's about.
I know what it's about, and I heard a lot about
Von
it.
Halen's, like that. They're a super
Yeah.
famous wrestling family. But so it starts. I thought it was going to be a wrestling movie, and honestly, those don't really interest me. But it was more of like it turned into more of a family drama, and it showed like the toxic household, everyone like that the kid, like the father
Yeah.
caused, and like he put a lot of pressure on his sons to like pursue wrestling when that's not really what they wanted to do, because he was trying to live his
Yeah, and
dreams
it's like
through
a big
his sons.
thing about family and like brotherly story and
Mhm.
the relationship between the brothers and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what. I
And,
haven't
like, the
seen
dad-
like anything for that, like a trailer or nothing.
It doesn't have great
Like
marketing.
that movie made me bawl.
Yeah, I
won't
heard a
lie.
lot of people say the same thing.
Maybe I'll watch it. I literally have not heard about it until this moment. So
Yeah,
I definitely recommend. It's honestly, emotionally, it's better than Godzilla, which honestly isn't much, but like I don't know how else to describe it. Like Godzilla, I thought was pretty emotional, but Iron Claw is
it's a
more
different
emotional.
genre too. It's more
Mhm.
like in depth with like the character study aspect of it.
Well, I'm just looking
Yeah,
at the human side of it.
There's no giant lizard.
I'm just kind of a yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
but I honestly like Godzilla is my favorite. I guess technically Iron Claw would be my favorite movie of last year. Then
Yeah,
if it came
late,
out last year.
late December.
He's revised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I revised that.
What was I going to say? Zac
I
Efron
don't know.
stars in that movie.
Yeah, the dude from High School Musical.
He's an
popped
underrated.
off.
He's an underrated.
Never
actor.
thought he'd make me cry.
He's usually in comedies though now.
He's been in some, but he's done a lot of stuff.
I feel like every movie I've seen him in is a comedy with The Rock usually.
His acting though,
He is a
was
very
so
good actor. Very underrated.
I'd agree.
But yeah,
Interesting.
I want to see that. So maybe we will see it, and maybe we'll mention it again at some point on the show. But yeah,
It'd be cool to talk about it.
I mean,
more.
yeah, this is my first news of it existing, so
Okay. Do you have any other news, Bert?
That's pretty much it. Been
I was gonna
watching the
ask you
Percy
about that. I'm
Jackson
like 2
show.
episodes behind.
is that
now.
almost
I haven't.
over?
I haven't watched the newest episode.
How many is it supposed to be in the season?
I think 12.
What's it at right now?
It feels like it's going to be about 12.
Okay. I'm like
Where is it at now?
I'm like 2 or 3
Maybe a
episodes
bit less.
behind now.
yeah. What is it at now though?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
think it's
I don't
like
know.
7 or
I
8.
think it's. I think so.
And it's weekly,
Yeah,
so
Mhm.
probably like another month and it ends.
roughly.
Probably.
Once it ends, unless you say that it like had a terrible ending and isn't worth continuing, I'll watch it and we can do like a season roundup thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I kind of want to reread the first book just to compare them.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me know when it
Probably do
when it
that.
gets closer to
All
ending.
right.
Yeah, I will. I'm not entirely caught up myself. I kind of wait. I wait 2 weeks between watches.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the whole thing.
'Cause I like
Yeah.
to watch 2
I don't want to get
episodes.
bodied.
Sebastian, do you have yours? Do you want to go next or me?
I can go. So speaking of getting bodied, and part of the reason that I wait for the whole season now, Invincible is apparently supposed to finally announce next week. So probably by the time this is out, it's already announced, or will be in the next 2 days when the season will continue.
Oh yeah, I did hear this.
Come out Saturday.
These come out Wednesday.
No, I'm saying the news will drop like Saturday or Friday,
Who knows? But
knowing our luck.
apparently they're supposed to say next week. So hopefully they don't say like December.
Yeah, I did hear about this. This is supposed to
Yeah.
happen.
Good, because I feel like it just started when it ended.
Yeah, right? The show just started to like pop off, and then I was like, all right, we're going to take
Yeah, I wasn't a fan
break
of that. I thought that did not look good on their part, just for the fact that it took so long to get season 2, and then you're going to have like a mid-season break and not tell anybody when it's
Well,
starting again.
The troll
think-
part about it, at first I disagreed with you because at the end of the day, right, in a year or two when you watch the show, it would be better for that because they're like taking their time on every episode. It only matters for these couple months in the span that it's coming out, right? But then I saw that they actually came out and said, yeah, all the episodes are done. We're just delaying it so people have time to take it in. So, like, what the hell?
Yeah, I feel like that's an excuse. I don't know.
Yeah,
if I
that's
believe
pretty
that.
stupid.
I don't know, but because, like, personally, I don't mind things getting delayed or pushed back or mid-season break or whatever if the purpose is like, yeah, we need more time to do it. It's like, all right, sure. But then being like, yeah, it's done. We just don't want to release it.
We're just want to make you wait.
It's like, that's kind of troll.
'Cause why not?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
So, you know, if that's actually true, that sucks.
Yeah. What else you got?
There's been a lot of stuff online about season 2 of the Halo show, which is out in like a week or two, something like that.
Yeah, we should do a season 1 like recap of that. I never watched it.
There's no way. Don't watch it.
I have never
Don't.
seen it.
And I don't want to watch season 2. I only watched half of season 1 actually, and then I watched like clips of the last half, and it apparently got worse. But the actor for Chief basically came out in like a Twitter or X, or I forget what the actual platform, Instagram, or I think it was Twitter or X, I mean, whatever it is, where he's like, basically he was like, Master Chief needs to have his helmet off. It's he like, his literal words are like, it's impossible to like tell a story without seeing the character's face or something like that.
Just look at the
I
Mandalorian.
disagree.
And then people just started spam
They
like
showed his
replying
face.
pictures of like Darth Vader, the Mandalorian, Master Chief from the games.
Yeah, the Mandalorian, they
like,
show his
tweet.
face in one season. Like they do it in season 1,
No,
and it's
yeah.
at the season finale, and it's for like a second. Yeah,
And it's
then
been,
they do
like,
it
built
again
up.
Yeah.
at the end of season 2 when Grogu leaves.
Yeah. So then all the posters
That's
started
true.
coming out for season 2, and he doesn't have his helmet on in any of them. And
I think his helmet is like the most iconic thing from Halo.
probably
Like when I think of Halo,
that or the energy sword.
yeah, like I think of like that like Chief's helmet. It just has such an
Yeah.
iconic look to it
hmm
that you can.
But that's crazy that the guy's like, he was like, it's impossible. That's insane. People were just roasting him online. It was pretty funny. And then like the posters came out showing him without his armor. And then there was a trailer that came out of him in a battlefield, like without armor at all. Not even just his helmet. He's just fighting like in normal clothes.
Isn't it the point that he's never supposed to take off the armor,
No,
He takes it off.
or is
The thing is, it's just in the game.
that often?
It's
You're always
so
fighting.
consistent stuff.
Yeah, yeah. There's a constant war.
Yeah, but in one of the trailers for season 2, he's just fighting without it for some reason.
That's weird.
He's just like in the middle of a battlefield in like normal clothes. It's hilarious.
Maybe he was having sex with an alien and
Jeans
then
and
they got
tank top.
interrupted. Mhm.
Yeah, that's not
It's
good.
tragic that
It's definitely...
it's not
What were you going to say?
just that it's not looking great for season 2. It looks like it's going to be about the same, maybe slightly better, but slightly better than absolutely terrible is still bad.
Yeah.
So
It's definitely hard or harder to do character stuff when you don't have your helmet or when you have a helmet on and stuff, because as an actor, like
I don't think
in
so.
some ways it is, just because as an actor, like playing the character, like you emote through your face
Well,
a
yeah,
lot. So it's kind
that's
of
why
difficult.
voice actors are so different from actors.
Exactly. I was gonna,
Yeah, but
that's
voice
what I was
actors
going to bring up.
still have the animated character's face to go off of. That's why with
But,
Spider-Man, they even make Spider-Man's
Chief
eyes
in the
move
games-
because showing his emotions through his face and his lenses and his eyes helps. So it is harder, but it's not impossible.
It is harder, but yeah, it's not impossible. People do it all
Yeah.
the time.
I think dialogue is what's more important, and like tone of the
I
character's
also think
voice.
music helps a lot with it, which they had
That's
zero
true,
Halo
too.
music in season 1, if you were wondering.
I love the Halo music. When I like the
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's called.
yeah.
I'll
I like the
Always,
like,
I'll hum it to myself.
That one.
There's so many
Good
good
one.
ones.
Oh man, it's so sad that The show is so bad. Honestly, I'm thinking this is probably its last season. Like, it would have to pull some, like, it would have to be so good to make up for the first season, you know, like.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the only reason I got a season 2 was because season 1 was so bad. People were watching it out of like, oh, this is hilarious. But that's kind of like,
And
people are over that now. I feel like they're like, yeah, it's bad.
yeah, I feel like nowadays people are against watching just bad stuff. Like they're less forgiving
probably.
about it.
Yeah, man, that sucks that show is shit. I'll probably like just look up summaries of it though, see if anything interesting happens. I mean, it's supposed to be like the actual fall of Reach, so you know, maybe it'll be cool. I don't know.
Just rewatch the old animated Fall of Reach thing.
Yeah, that's a good one. Off of actually, I'll keep it on Halo. Halo Infinite has the development team has come out and they've said that they are no longer making any more seasons.
Oh, that's
But I thought it was going to be their forever game.
Yeah, well, I guess not. They're still like putting out things, but they're calling them content updates or something. So season 7, the guy, it was really weird the way he was saying it. He's like, so the stuff that would have been in season 7 will now be in content update 29.
that's
I guess just to sound like they've done more stuff.
maybe they're just gonna like release them without battle passes.
Yeah, probably.
Nah, hopefully.
I think that it's kind of like done the same thing as MCC, where they used to get their seasons and big updates and stuff, and then they stopped doing that, and they would just like every so often give a random thing, which is kind of troll because they only have had 2 seasons that came out in like the seasonality time frame of 3 months, and now they're stopping right when they finally got to that, you know?
Yeah.
It was like one of them took 1 year, one of them took a year and a half or something, one of them took like 8 months, 6 months. Then they finally got them in within 3 month spans and stopped instantly.
All right,
Yeah,
we're
that
done now.
sucks.
So
That just means for the next game they'll have it better.
yeah, so now their updates will no longer be release dated, I guess, and it'll be less content than a season. So basically that game's probably got a year and maybe a year and a half until it's maybe 2 years till it's like pretty much dead.
Yeah. All right.
So I guess that means they're looking towards their next thing, probably like getting full on it, you know, maybe 3-4 years away.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully it'll be good, but history would say otherwise.
Who knows?
That is true, but they do have completely like they wiped out everyone there and like got complete new leadership. So I mean,
That's potentially
maybe
good.
this is the one.
Yeah, maybe.
It's
Maybe it's a
I
step
feel
in
like
the right
worst
direction.
case scenario, it's just fucked up again, but in a different way. Because the last 3, it's always the same thing. Like they just aren't done with the game. Maybe now it'll be done, but just bad. You know?
Yeah, who knows?
It's a turd, but it's a polished turd.
Yeah.
I guess that's good.
Or maybe it'll be good. I mean, the thing is, like, I don't know how people could have argued this before, but, like, they had 3 chances and, like, 11 years and consistently failed. Something, you know, like, you might as well try something else. It can't get any worse.
I feel like I could write a better like campaign for Halo than what they've cooked up.
Then Halo 5, yeah. 4 is alright.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No, I couldn't
4
touch
isn't
the
fun,
original
but
games.
Its story is fine. It's just not fun.
Yeah. I don't mind the story
Yeah.
of 4. But we've said it a bunch of times. They always overcorrect, like, super hard.
Yeah, but now it's new people, so who knows? Like, it's really who has any idea.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the next thing I wanted to say. So there's not much news on it, but apparently the company behind Hogwarts Legacy wants to and is in like planning stages, so it's not like fully guaranteed yet. but they're wanting to do an MMO in the Hogwarts Legacy universe.
That would be
pretty
cool. I
fun.
think that has like potential to like. I'm like imagining it as like somewhat Elder Scrolls Online-ish kind of thing,
Right.
and that has the potential to be pretty
It
good.
would-
Like that IP.
It would
It'd be
definitely
cool
be popular.
if like you were Aurors.
I mean,
I forgot how
I'm
you
sure
say
you
it.
could be a million different things, not just that. That's
Yeah, I
the
know.
point of an MMO. The point of an MMO,
That's
hopefully
true.
you can be different races in it. That's what you
That
want.
would be awesome.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
But not all the races can use. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how all MMOs are.
that's true.
Not all races can use magic. In
No, I
MMOs.
That could be super interesting. The
It's coming
the
to
Harry
me.
Potter like franchise and IP has like a lot of stuff that would translate very well to an MMO.
Yeah, it's true.
I just want
True.
the standalone Quidditch game.
Oh yeah, I think that was eventually too.
The only sport game I'll ever like.
It doesn't. Rocket League is fine.
I don't like Rocket
I
League.
think it's okay. It was better before it got all its battle pass stuff.
Yeah, well, Rocket League's all right. It's fun here now and then.
I only played it a couple times.
Oh man. So this is just because I'm keeping it on the gaming. There are two things that were big announcements that really hyped me. This one of them is probably about 2-3 weeks ago. The Subnautica 3 Untitled right now is in development.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so who knows what it'll be called, because it's like Subnautica Below Zero. So the
Above Zero.
third Subnautica series game is supposed to be on its way in 2025.
I love the Subnautica
Me too.
games. Mainly the first one.
Yeah, I mean, Below Zero's all right, but the first one's so good.
That's exciting. I gotta play.
And-
I haven't played either of
Yeah.
them.
You never watch a video or no,
Yeah,
don't look it
do
up.
anything.
Stay
The only
ignorant
thing about
until
it
you
is
play it.
because the last two, they came out and then were in early access for like 2 years. So I really hope Subnautica 3, it probably will, but it'll probably come out in 2025 and then it won't actually be worth playing till 27.
Yeah, most
And I don't like to
likely.
play early access games because it like ruins the game for me, because you like get so into it and then you can't finish it, and then when it's done you're like, well, I don't really want to play that anymore.
Yeah, and then you like you don't get to finish the story because it's not actually done
Yeah,
yet.
and then when it's done, you don't feel like playing it anymore. That's why I remember I waited a
Mhm.
long time for Baldur's Gate 3, Subnautica Below Zero I waited for. I like them to be complete. So, still though, I'm excited. Subnautica 3, I didn't even think there was another one coming out, so that was pretty exciting to me.
Yeah, that is exciting.
Yeah. First time hearing of it, and I'm
And
hyped.
then another thing that blew my mind, I was sitting just watching YouTube or something, and an actual no, what was I doing? I think I opened Steam and it was in my Steam feed, and I was like, what the hell, that exists? Smite 2 was announced.
Smite 2?
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
I love Smite.
Yeah, me too. So I was like, what the hell, Smite 2?
That'd be epic. I love Smite. I haven't played Smite in a long time.
I haven't either, and
Only played with
2
you guys.
is
a
the time to
handful of
come back,
times.
because I was thinking oh, I like playing Smite, but every time I go back in, because I'll stop for a year or more, it's now all the items are different. There's characters I don't know. Old characters have changed. Old items do different things. The maps are different. At least with Smite 2, everyone will be confused. So if I hop in, I'll be on an even ground.
At least in
When's
the
that
beginning.
supposed to come out?
I don't think there was a date for it yet.
That's interesting.
But I also wonder what is new,
Yeah, I don't know. Something to keep an eye on.
But Smite 2, pretty exciting. I really like Smite, so that will definitely get me back into it. Announced 6 days ago, Smite 2, the next generation of Smite. After 10 years of Smite, they've announced it. This is apparently the reason.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's warranted.
Yeah.
As long as there's, an
Even
actual
if they just revamp the
difference,
Yeah.
They got to add a few new gods. They got to probably
make the maps look nicer.
Well, I would like to see all the old maps as options. I guess it's hard with a game like Smite. I just miss the old Joust map. That shit was so good.
Yeah, that used to be my favorite.
I don't know
one.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, exciting. They got to just... I mean, I'm sure people play it. Like, Smite's still super popular. I'm hoping that this kind of brings it back up, though, so it's, like, more mainstream. And then, something good. I mean, Smite had it not recently, maybe like a year now. They had the crossover with Avatar. A second
They've
one,
had a few
actually,
really
they
good
had,
crossovers.
Yeah, they had one. They had the first one with, like, Aang, Zuko, and Korra.
Yeah.
And then they had another
Yes,
one
I actually
recently.
remember those.
I know it had Toph. I think Azula and someone else. I don't remember.
I like Toph.
Because it sounds like tough.
Yeah, they had a few though. They had like Ninja Turtle one. They've had a couple cool ones.
Yeah, they did. Smite, honestly, like, I mean, it's no Fortnite, but to me, Smite has better crossovers than Nicki Minaj and Call of Duty. Like, I don't care about that. I'd rather have the Ninja Turtles and Avatar characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
So, Smite 2, can't wait for that. Hopefully it's...
But Fortnite has Eminem.
Yeah, right. Hopefully that's not too far out. That's all I got for games for right now. But I do have a couple, like, other things. So first of all, there's news that apparently there's going to be a Shadow spin-off something. It's an undetermined series or movie, but some kind of Shadow media for the Sonic movie
That would be
series.
pretty cool. I think
That would be fun.
you brought this up before.
Well, it was announced a couple days ago.
Maybe
so I
briefly.
did not.
That would be fun. I
But-
love Shadow.
Yeah, that would be cool. And that would be the perfect way to do, like, in-depth of his backstory, since, like, most of his story happens before Sonic even exists.
Yeah, it could be like a flashback kind of a thing, or
prequel?
prequel, like where they're
we get him introduced so that when we see him in the Sonic movie, we're like, oh, it's Shadow versus who is this Black Hedgehog?
Yeah, also, the Knuckles thing is supposed to be out in February sometime, unless I missed a delay or something.
Oh, it was Knuckles. That's what I was getting Knuckles and Shadow. I remember you talking about another show or something getting
Yeah.
them. Like,
Yeah, that's probably
really
what it was.
So, the Knuckles thing, hopefully that's good. But, man, a Shadow spin-off something, that's going to be awesome, because Shadow rocks.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, he does.
This is a very small thing. I only saw that it exists. But apparently there's talks of a Danny Phantom live action.
I saw this too, actually, like a day or two ago.
Oh. Did you guys... I have something. Did you see that they're making a sequel for Wizards of Waverly Place?
I did see that.
That's interesting.
Thank you for changing the topic, though.
Sorry.
Danny Phantom, though. I mean, I liked the Danny Phantom cartoon on, I think it was Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I actually rewatched it
Yeah.
in college. Now it's been so long that I barely remember it. But I remember it being, like, I rewatched it and I remember being like, damn, that actually kind of held up. Like, it started off, but then it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But a Danny Phantom live action, weird. Very weird. And then some of the fan casts I saw pissed me off.
I haven't seen any of that. I just saw like the announcement with like the little tagline about it existing.
Everyone's like Tom Holland, but I freaking hate Tom Holland.
I don't even.
That guy,
Yeah, no, I don't want him to
He
be
just-
Danny.
he's fine in Spider-Man, but everything else I've seen him in, he just is not. It's not that he's bad, but it's like they just pick him because he looks young, and that's the only reason.
What else have you seen him in?
Uncharted,
What else?
that one movie where it like goes into his asshole. I forget what it's called though.
What the fuck?
I saw one movie. I think it was with him.
That
in it.
one where he's like a insane drug addict though, or whatever. Apparently that's good. I haven't seen it though.
Oh, is that a show? I thought that was a show. I know what you're talking about now.
It might be a show. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Maybe. But
All I know is he absolutely destroyed Uncharted for me. And it's not even his fault. Like, he did fine, but he was just not the guy for that.
Yeah.
It's like Chris Pratt as Mario. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't like Chris Pratt as Mario.
Yeah.
He's going to be Garfield in the Chris Pratt is in the Garfield movie. That one actually makes more sense than Mario. That one,
how to
if
feel
they said
about
that
it. I don't
before
really
they said
know.
Mario, I would have been like, I can get that.
I don't know much about Garfield to even know if that's good or bad. So
I miss voice actors because actors are awesome on screen, but like voice actors add something to cartoons. I don't know if that makes sense. Like Chris Pratt,
like Chris Pratt, it's just Chris Pratt
as Mario. Yeah, like his voice is synonymous
I
with
agree.
who he is.
Like when I watch Mario, I'm like, that's Chris Pratt, not that's Mario.
Yeah. And then like even because it's a different skill set, I feel
and
like
I
too,
like Chris Pratt.
being able
actually,
to
I
voice
thought
over
he was so
animation.
good in Guardians and in Jurassic World.
Yeah, he is good in those.
Yeah, I did too.
I love him in both.
Yeah, me too. But it's like he just the voice acting with famous people like that, unless they're like just weirdly great at it, like Mark Hamill, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, there's exceptions, but
Mark Hamill always does things and it never sounds like Mark Hamill. Like you would not think.
Exactly.
It's just Chris Pratt with Mario, Chris Pratt with an Italian accent. But it's still Chris Pratt.
Not even. It just sounds like him. It just sounds like him normally talking.
they did the Italian accent for like 2 minutes and then they dropped it in the Mario movie. They would have even made a
Yeah.
point to point it out.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh
like.
my god. Which that movie was really good, but I'm just saying it sounds like Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I mean, if they used the actual Mario voice
That would have made
actor,
sense.
Yeah, that would have been
would
good.
have been it just would have made a
Yeah.
good movie that much better, solely
I
based
agree.
off of the character's voice.
He's too old though. They're like afraid he'll die or something.
Meh. I guess.
They want to like do a bunch of them.
All right. Well, what else you got?
My last thing, I finished season 2 of Spy Family, and it is better than season 1. Season 2 was freaking awesome. That shit was so good. Or I guess it's like part 1 and part 2 of season 1. So the names are confusing.
Gotta watch it.
The
then.
point is, this new season was God tier. The next season is announced for October of this year, so not too far. That's good. And apparently there's going to be a movie in the spring.
Wow, they're popping off
So-
with the Spy Family stuff.
Spy Family rocks. It's so good. And I can't wait to go watch that movie and the new season. Man, this
Yeah.
season rocked. Yor was like basically the main character of half the season. And then the other half, well, like 2 or 3 episodes, Bon was the main character, the dog.
Dude, I love that dog.
It was
I
good.
love
It was
him. He's
good.
my
And
favorite character in the whole thing.
Yor is my favorite. She was before, but now even more because she just like went on murder sprees this season. It was crazy. She probably killed like 300 people throughout the season.
I've been wanting her to do that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's all I got for news, I think. Hopefully though, the Invincible doesn't come out late in the year once they announce it, which will maybe or maybe not be announced by the time this is out.
Yeah,
Only
We'll
time
see.
will tell.
we will see.
Basically catch up on Spy Family, quit Halo, get ready for Sonic, and that's the main stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited for Sonic. Okay.
And
Yeah,
don't get
throw
sick
up
on your books.
And play Smite 2 when it comes out.
Well,
We'll let you know, actually. You might not be
Yeah.
good.
all right. Let's see what I have here. Got some Star Wars stuff. Actually, let's start outside of that. Mortal Kombat 2 movie I forget. It was either just finished filming or something happened as far as like it getting closer to being released.
Yeah, I hope it's close because that shit came out so long ago.
It's been like 3 years, close to it. I think it's been a while. And I did not even like the first one that much, to be honest. I didn't think it was that good. But then again, like even the old Mortal Kombat movies weren't great. So
I actually did like it, but I had at the time no Mortal Kombat experience. So
I'm never a fan.
But I liked it.
I'm never a fan of when movies or shows create their own characters outside of like when there's already so many great characters.
Oh yeah, that main guy was actually lame. That because I do know the characters, even though I didn't play the games at the time. I've only played one now, but yeah, I do remember it being like, why is this the main guy when there's so many Mortal Kombat characters? Why make some dude?
Yeah.
But for me, the best part of the whole show was Kano, or a movie was Kano. He was so good. So I was pretty disappointed when he wasn't in the recent game.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really like it that much, but the second one is like
I didn't
either
love
in
it.
the works or it's
Thought it was
just finished
alright.
filming or whatever. So getting closer and closer to that. They had an announcement for a bunch of the cast. So like, I think Jade is supposed to be in it. Kano is confirmed to be in it.
We're going to use Megan Fox.
I don't know. I didn't see Megan Fox's name, but Kano's going to be played
That's
by
Nitara.
Carl Urban from what's it called?
The Boys.
Yeah, that's like a perfect casting for Kano.
That is good, actually. Who was Kano in the recent thing?
I don't remember. I really don't.
So they recasted it?
I don't know unless it was him already before. It might have been him already before.
Yeah, maybe.
Actually, yeah,
at
I think
that
it
time,
was.
I don't think
I think it was him.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, because at that time, I don't think I was watching The
Yeah.
Boys, so that's probably why I didn't notice.
yeah, I think it was him because now it's like kind of coming back to me, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, he was. I'm glad I said that then, because he was the best part of that movie. That shit was awesome.
Yeah, so he's back. They announced Jade. They announced who was it? I just had the list too. They announced a bunch of characters that are going to be in it that are fan
Well, here's who I
favorites,
want to
so-
see. Can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Kano coming back, but that's already confirmed. I want to see Reptile more than the last one because he barely existed in it. He just came in and got bodied. But maybe that wasn't him. That was just maybe one of his race or something. I don't know. I want to see an actual character of him, though, not just a freaking like cameo like was in the last movie.
Yeah, Reptiles really is never a big character. This last Mortal Kombat 1, the
in the game he was.
that's like the first time he's ever been like that important.
Damn. Well, then I probably won't get him. But Kano, Reptile, and I would like to see Kitana. I think that's it. Those are like my main
Yeah.
ones. I'd like to see the Melina thing happen just because I think that's cool.
Yeah.
But
They had
it's not
they
like
announced
a
Shao Kahn also.
priority.
Shao Kahn's a big one. I like Shao Kahn.
This would be pretty cool if I actually knew
Yeah.
anything about the series.
But yeah, so
I mean, I only know one game out of the like 13 of them.
That's true. But I don't
yeah.
even know
So
that.
that's the thing that's happening. And then now let's get to the Star Wars stuff. I'm not 100%
Yeah, this is
sure
where I'm
if
gonna
this
be.
is confirmed. There's been talks about it. Daisy Ridley, the actress who played Rey in the new trilogy of Star Wars movies, has kind of talked about it a little bit. But there is talks and reports of like a new Rey movie being produced or developed or something. They're talking about it at
I
least.
heard about
so
that.
the wheels are starting to turn on that, which who knows if that'll be good or not. I don't know. I didn't dislike Rey really, but
I'm like so far behind on Star Wars. Of the new trilogy, I only saw the first one, and I saw none of the shows. Well, I saw the first season of Mandalorian, and I saw 2 episodes of Kenobi.
yeah.
I did not like the new Star Wars movies as much as I liked the old ones. And I watched
I
them
liked
kind of
the
late
Force
in life.
Awakens. That was it. I didn't like the next two.
That's the only one I saw.
Nah, that one was okay.
That was
Then the last two were pretty
I didn't
bad.
like how at the end of that one, this guy who had been training his whole life got his ass kicked on her like first lightsaber fight ever. That was pretty troll.
Yeah.
uh
Or how she just stole someone's name and claimed it
Yeah,
as
that
her
didn't
own.
happen in the one I saw.
oh man.
Well, that happened
Yeah.
at the last.
I only seen the first
But
one.
anyway,
I have no idea.
aside from the Rey movie, there is another Star Wars movie that is confirmed to be in talks, and they have director set, and a lot of stuff's been confirmed for that. And it's a Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So the two of them are going to the big screen, moving from the Disney Plus show and getting their own movie. There will also be a Mandalorian season 4 that'll take place after the movie, I believe, or lead into it. But it's going to be directed by Jon Favreau, who directed most of The Mandalorian, and he directed Iron Man 1. He's a big...
Is that the guy?
That's Happy.
All
It's
right.
Happy Hogan.
So there's potential.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was Happy. Damn.
Not
Yeah,
Happy's doing
it.
it.
My
This makes
my
it so
favorite
much
part
better.
of like the Mandalorian coming out was those Baby Yoda Grogu memes were so funny. It was like I just remember them being hilarious. It'd be like a picture of him like looking up at the Mandalorian guy, and then it'd be like, when I shit my pants and need to tell my mom.
Yeah,
Those
those
memes
pretty
were
funny.
so funny.
Yeah. And another name that's connected to it is Dave Filoni. He's going to be, I guess, helping with the writing and the scripts and all of that stuff. He's like the big Star Wars genius over there. He's like their Kevin Feige from Marvel. And they are going with Jon Favreau because he's like a little bit more of a safer bet right now. Like, he's directed some big time movies and been involved in that sort of situation. Dave Filoni has only done TV. He did the Clone Wars, and he's been a part of like every successful Star Wars project after the or in between and after the prequel trilogy. So all the Clone Wars stuff, and then Rebels and that kind of stuff. I think he did what's it called? Bad Batch also. Bad Batch was good.
I don't watch the Star Wars stuff, but the impression I get just from seeing it from the outside is that they've got it the worst of all the fandoms. Like, it seems to me, just from an outside view, like I said, I don't know anything about it, but it seems like they get bodied the worst with their stuff just being totally destroyed.
The Star Wars fandom is also like one of the
Yeah.
most like outspoken. They do complain a lot about everything. But I mean, some of it's warranted. But
I think any franchise owned by Disney,
yeah, or
Doesn't
as
do
of
very
now,
well.
no, doesn't really.
at least
Yeah.
as of late.
But hopefully that's like their safe bet is that Mandalorian and Grogu thing. So some people think it's like an easy cash grab, and maybe it won't even be very good, but who knows? It could be okay. Mandalorian season 3 was all right.
There's 3? I thought there was only 2.
No, there's 3 now. Season 1 and 2 are good, and 3 is okay.
I saw the first one and it was just okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all the Star Wars stuff. I got some Marvel stuff too. You guys haven't watched Echo yet, have you?
I've heard that it's dog shit, though.
That's dog shit? I don't
Yeah.
think it's dog shit. I think Secret Invasion is dog
Wait.
shit.
I've heard people saying that it's like one of the bottom 5.
I don't know where I would rank it. I would have to like re-look at my list of rankings, but it's definitely not worse than Secret Invasion.
Yeah, Secret Invasion's like pretty fucking terrible.
It was bad. But same shit as always. This one's 5 episodes. So starts off good, really good, I thought. Although episode 1 is kind of like backtracking a little bit because it's like reminding everybody about what happened in Hawkeye. So there's literally a bunch of scenes from Hawkeye that are in episode
So that's
1.
why it's good, because that's the best show in the entire MCU. So that's why the first bit of that show's good, because it's just part of
That's
the good
just the
show.
first episode. And then episodes 2 and 3, I think, are really good. I think it's pretty interesting. Like, they tie in her Native American heritage and that culture, and the Kingpin returns and all of this stuff, and it's pretty cool. But then they run out of time because there's only 5 episodes, and then episode 4 builds up pretty nicely, and then episode 5 just like falls flat. It's disappointing. And the way that it...
Do you need to watch Daredevil?
no, you don't need to. It's pretty standalone.
Man, I'm really falling behind on
Okay.
Marvel, but like it's just so hard for me to watch them now. Like there hasn't been a good
There's so many of them, and they're all egregiously mid.
yeah, that's the problem.
that I just don't
It's
want to
like,
sacrifice the time.
like what have I not seen? I haven't seen She-Hulk, and now Echo. Those are probably the only two.
You
Actually,
saw Secret Invasion, right? Yeah, you did.
yeah, but I was forced into it. I would not have watched that,
Yeah.
and I didn't enjoy it.
That was the
either.
last Marvel show I've
Did
watched.
not
I
enjoy
mean, the only
it.
other one that came out was What If. That's like very loosely connected.
My favorite part of
I
Secret.
think I would like What If.
My favorite part of Secret Invasion was the cool intro, but apparently that's a controversial take.
Yeah, because it was AI generated.
It's the best part of the whole show.
But
though.
Echo was definitely the most.
It's the only thing that made
Echo
by a
was
person.
the most brutal of all the shows. Obviously, it had the TV mature rating. So I mean, there's blood and guts and gore here and there, and like some like bodies drop and stuff. So like,
Yeah, Mortal Kombat movie had that, and you didn't like it.
I'm just saying in terms of Marvel, like Marvel is Disney, and that's usually not a thing that you see with them.
This doesn't happen all too often.
Are they an hour long?
No, I think the longest one's like 45 minutes or something, 47.
Jesus. There's 5 of them? Oh my god. So I gotta watch She-Hulk and that eventually. One of these days I'll have to put myself through it, but
Echo is not the worst.
because
It's not the worst. It has a 74%. It has a
Watch
74%
She-Hulk.
critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 62% audience score.
that's bad.
I'm not saying it's like the most amazing show ever, but it's not horrible.
What Secret Invasions, though?
Fucking zero. I hate that show.
The
I
flat
don't remember
zero.
what Secret
I mean,
Invasion was.
I didn't like Secret Invasion, but I don't think I hated it as much as you. For me, it was like just bad, not like literal absolute garbage, worst of the worst. To me, it just felt like filler.
I hated it.
It just pissed me off on like how they just blatantly ruined Nick Fury. Like the entire show was just them, everyone calling him an old man, saying it's time to
true.
retire. You're useless. You've ruined everyone's lives. You've done
and then
nothing
throughout
good.
the course of the show, he ruins everyone's life, does nothing good, and then it ends without him fixing it.
Yeah, and then like the final fight of his show was not even with him in it. And then they just introduced the most broken being into the universe that literally has the powers
Yeah,
of
Gorilla.
everyone. So like
Yeah.
what's the point?
I hate that show.
Like it just fundamentally ruins the power balancing of the MCU in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was good.
And they
They'll come
they
up
haven't
with
even
some
brought her up.
excuse to like say that, oh yeah, she's not actually this powerful, or it like wears off or some stupid shit.
I do think
DNA had made its way out of her
I do
system.
think it was probably the worst one, at least in my memory. I don't know. I think like Secret Invasion was pretty bad, but the second half of Ms. Marvel was worse. But overall, I guess Ms. Marvel was better because I really liked the first few episodes. I didn't like any episodes in Secret Invasion.
Like the first 2 in Secret Invasion. Then it went downhill from there for me, and then the ending absolutely killed me. That was horrible. But Echo was
with Gorilla.
better. Echo was better than that. I like the actual character of Echo more than Nick Fury and Gaia and all those scrolls.
Gorilla.
Echo was definitely more interesting, and
They just
and the
character
Kingpin
assassinate
was
people
very
nowadays.
good. Vincent D'Onofrio does a really good job reprising that role.
He's not in Secret Invasion.
That might be one of the only reasons why I'll watch Echo. Only because I really liked Kingpin and the
yeah,
Daredevil
and it's that same
show on
version of
Netflix.
Kingpin. Like he acts the same, and he's very like it's just good. There's one
I
scene
mean, I'll watch.
in there that calls back to the Daredevil show that you may not get if you didn't see Daredevil. But it's
Oh.
not like
Another show has been thrown onto me.
No, Daredevil
Daredevil's
though is
so good.
actually good.
No, this one.
Daredevil's
This
good.
one's worth watching.
Yeah.
This one is worth your time.
Because this one.
And Daredevil and all the
I watched
Netflix
that one
series
at
are all on the Marvel
Pop
timeline
Says.
now, so they're all canon.
Oh my god. I'm very far behind then. I just want to catch up so that I'm back to
Even
Yeah,
the
Jessica Jones, Iron
show.
Fist, Luke Cage, Defenders, and all the seasons of Daredevil.
the only one I've ever
Iron
tried.
Fist
thought
wasn't
Iron
that
Fist
bad,
was the worst
actually.
one.
So I've watched like
Yeah,
I
like
think
this-
it was the whole first season, but it might have been a little bit less of Daredevil. I watched one episode of Luke Cage, and it was so boring. I don't even think I finished it, actually.
I like Luke Cage. I thought
the Punisher and the
Yeah, those are the
Daredevil
best.
are the best
Punisher's
ones.
really good. But Jessica Jones is really good too. I think Jessica Jones is just as good as Punisher. And then I think Luke Cage is okay, and
I didn't like
I
that
thought
one as
Iron
much.
Fist sucked.
Great. So, what is that? Like a combined total of like 300 episodes I gotta watch?
I don't know. But
Start watching.
When does it stop being canon? Is it just their individual shows, or is it also their team up thing?
Oh, there's also a show where
Yeah,
they're
it's
all in it
Defenders,
together, or
yeah.
isn't there?
That's also canon?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
but those ones are
How
worth
is that
watching. They're
I
not
rem-
like super connected.
What about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I heard that one wasn't canon because it turns into like weird stuff.
It was canon, and now it's not. It takes like
So
original.
I can ignore the
yeah,
whole thing.
like originally, it like diverges from the time. It's
No, I don't care
complicated.
about. All I need. Can I ignore the whole thing
Yeah,
or
you
not?
can.
Okay. So I just need to watch Jessica Jones, Punisher, Iron Fist, Daredevil, Defender,
Luke Cage,
She-Hulk, Luke Cage,
Echo.
Oh my god. This is just. They're really like.
Watch She-Hulk.
No,
and
I'm
Echo
not kidding.
first.
They're pushing
Save
me
best
to
for
quitting.
last.
Like, I'm really close to not.
Daredevil and those
watching
shows
these
came out like
anymore.
freaking 9 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, but they said they weren't canon, so I never watched them.
When they came out, they said they were, and then they backtracked it like years later, and now years after that, they're saying, oh no, they're canon again.
This sucks. If another freaking long ass shitty show comes out, I might just quit everything, even the movies. Because it's like painful, man. Like there's too many just awful shows to watch.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Doctor
And then the
Who. That's why I
movies
stopped
too are
watching
bad.
it.
So it's like what it used to be okay. I'd watch them to be ready for the good movies, but I'm watching these dog shit shows like Ms. Marvel
For
just
a
so I
dog
can
shit
go watch a
movie.
movie that's just as bad.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Another Marvel thing. X-Men 97 is set to release in March. That's the animated X-Men show. It takes place. It's a direct follow-up to the last season of the X-Men animated series that took place in the 90s.
Luckily, I've seen that one.
Yeah, so that should be pretty cool. That's going to be fun and exciting and fresh and new. And we get mutants, and it's all characters that we've seen before, even though it was years and years ago.
I might have to watch that one again though, because I
Could be
like
cool.
barely remember
Yeah.
it. I have seen it, but I
X-Men the animated
so
series
don't
from
remember
the
it.
90s is good. It's actually really good.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it when I saw it. I just don't remember much of it.
Yeah, there's some crazy storylines too that happen in that. So that should be fun and cool. It's going to release in March. I think that's the next Disney Plus show that's happening. She-Hulk season 2 is very unlikely now, apparently, because Tatiana
good.
Maslany, the actress who
shocker.
plays She-Hulk, was asked a little bit about it, and she kind of let on that they like well over exceeded their budget in the first season. Like they had a budget of 150 million, and they went well over that, which is kind of crazy considering how the show and the CGI
Well,
didn't
they
even
had
look that
that.
great.
They had that famous girl in it, right? They probably paid her a few million.
Well, they have to pay her for working
Yeah.
on camera.
But so that's not looking very likely. She-Hulk will still like appear in other things like movies and cameo and stuff here and there. But season 2, as of right now, looks like it's kind of off the table unless something changes. And Daredevil Born Again is days away from beginning filming once again. So that's also exciting and cool. Hopefully that comes out sometime next year or end of this year.
That's the one I need to finish Daredevil by,
Probably, yeah.
and all those other shows.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, Daredevil Born Again has begun filming again, or it will be in the next couple days. And last thing I have, Madam Web, that releases in February, so in less than a month. I think it's like beginning first 2 weeks of February, if I'm not mistaken.
People troll the Sony movies, but they are equal in quality as the recent Marvel ones now. So, like, you should be just excited for this as you were for Ant-Man or the Marvels or Thor 4, because they're all the same now.
I think some of the Sony ones are pretty bad.
I think
I think that all of them are around the same level of the ones I just listed.
Maybe, like, I don't know. Probably Ant-Man, yeah, I would agree. Maybe the Marvels, maybe. I don't know.
Thor 4 is the worst movie ever. That's worse than all of the freaking Sony ones, even Morbius.
There's nothing that's that bad.
Have you seen Thor
It's more
4? It's
than
terrible.
Yes, I've seen it.
You haven't even
thought
seen
Morbius
Morbius.
was worse.
I thought Morbius was mid as hell, but I didn't think it was. It's not like
No, I
they
saw
literally
Morbius.
ear destroyed
I
me.
saw it.
I watched Morbius and I was like, that was aggressively mid. I watched Thor and I was like, wow, that was like infuriating to watch.
I think Thor was more disappointing
Yeah, I agree.
than anything.
But it still wasn't very good either.
Because I was expecting like
Yeah.
Ragnarok,
I was too.
and I got like
You got
Not that.
Morbius.
yeah,
Worse.
pretty much.
I think Madam Web's gonna be on that level of Thor, Quantumania.
I think so too. I'm not expecting it to be good.
Marvels.
It looked like a fan-made film from the trailer. So, I don't know. And who knows where it actually takes place in like that Sony universe like timeline. It's supposed to be in like set in like 2002 or 2003 or something, but I don't know for what Spider-Man or which Spider-Man, but it's in the same universe as like
that
Venom and
timeline
stuff.
makes no sense to me. Like it's so hard to even see any connections.
Yeah. And then you have that thing with the Vulture and Morbius and all that, and it makes no sense even more.
Then Venom left for no reason. That was pretty disappointing because I actually like that Tom Hardy Venom, and I was like, oh hell yeah, he's in the MCU, and then they're like, gotcha.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's all of the news I have. Can kind of move into this like last thing that I had. Just kind of want to see what you guys thought and see if you agree or disagree with this. If you guys are ready. All right, so I have a list of all the audience and all of the critic scores for every superhero movie that came out in 2023. I'm going to list them, and I'm going to see if you guys agree as we go through the lists and what you guys would change or what I would change. So I'll start with critic score, and then we'll do audience. So I'll start at the bottom. So number 9 from 2023 was Aquaman 2, had a critic score of 34%.
I
Yikes.
disagree with that.
You think it should be scored higher?
I just think it is better than some other movies that came. I don't like necessarily say the percent is bad, just that there was worse movies. The Flash.
Okay, so then Ant-Man 3 at number 8 with a 46%.
Yeah, that was also worse actually.
I think that was worse than Aquaman, so I would probably flip those two. Then number 7, we have Shazam 2, 49%.
I
That was
didn't
Fury of the Gods.
that one.
I didn't actually mind that much. I didn't think it was horrible. So
I
I
haven't.
I really liked the first one.
I might
I did
pop
too,
that up a
actually.
spot or two maybe. Number 6 is The Marvels at 62%. I think Shazam is arguably like at that same level, so you could give them like a tie for like the middle of the road.
So far I would put Aquaman above everything you've said.
Really?
I mean, Shazam, I don't know.
I wouldn't put it above The Marvels or Shazam.
I haven't seen Aquaman.
I would put it above Ant-Man. I would put it above the Marvels.
Okay. Number 5 is The Flash. I think that's way too high.
That's the bottom of the barrel.
agree.
That's
It should
the
be
worst
lower.
one for me. That was the absolute worst
The CGI
movie. Yeah,
babies,
that was
dude,
the worst
what
thing
the
I
hell
saw
was
of the
that?
whole year. That one's bottom for me.
Actual eye bleach needed.
And then
for
number
that movie.
4 is Blue Beetle, 78%. I agree with that.
This is the first one you've said that I think is actually good. The rest they're all
Yeah.
bad. Well, Shazam, I don't know, but this is the first good one.
Yeah, so Blue Beetle, 78%. I agree with that. I think it's probably around that range as far as the score. Yeah.
It was a solid movie. Didn't do anything
Yeah.
new. and
Number 3,
insane.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, 82%. I think that's probably should be a little bit higher as far as the score.
I would, yeah.
And yeah, probably. I definitely think that it's better than everything below it.
Yeah.
Though, that's for sure.
We have a tie for first place at 95%, and it's between Across the Spider-Verse and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think Guardians was better than Turtles, and so I'd probably flip-flop those. But
I also think Guardians was better than Turtles, but I think Turtles was better than Spider-Verse.
yeah, I don't think that. But I think Spider-Verse was the clear
I don't think
better
that.
one of the year. So, but I'm not. Yeah,
Guardians
I'm
was
not going
pretty
to argue
good,
with
too.
that top three, though. Those are definitely the top three of the year.
Yeah, they're definitely the top
those were
three,
all solid.
but I could see an argument of them going in any order.
Yeah, I think so too. So out of these 9 movies, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Only 4
5,
of them are actually good. Spider-Verse, Ninja Turtles, Guardians, and Blue Beetle. The rest are all bad.
I don't think they're all bad, but they're not great. Like,
Yeah.
they're very middle of the road. And then there are some really
I
bad
think they're
ones.
all bad. Well, Shazam, I don't know, but besides Shazam, they're all bad.
Ant-Man
Ant-Man was terrible. Aquaman
terrible.
I didn't think was good.
Actually, I thought Aquaman was mid as hell. Like, I would say I would put Aquaman under Blue Beetle, but
I don't
yeah,
know. I think I like
would
the
say-
Marvels better than Aquaman, but that's just my opinion.
I liked the first bit of the Marvels.
Yeah. All right, so that was the critic score. Recap: Across the Spider-Verse 95, TMNT 95, Guardians 3 82, Blue Beetle 78, The Flash 63, The Marvels 62, Shazam 49, Ant-Man 46, Aquaman at the bottom with 34. Yeah. All right, now
That's
the
crazy.
audience score. So audience scores are usually more generous, which is also the case here. So again, starting at the bottom, Aquaman again at the bottom with an 81%.
Wow, I guess I'm just wrong. I really thought Aquaman was just mid, not bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like it. But Aquaman 2, 81% at the bottom of the barrel. Again, tie for 7th place. We have Ant-Man 3 and The Marvels, 82% for both.
Yeah, I would. Well, I don't know about the percent, but I would say those are about the same
I
quality.
think Marvels is a little better. I think Ant-Man's
Yeah.
pretty bad. I think Ant-Man's worse than Aquaman. So I put that at the bottom. The Flash above them at number 6 with 83%.
Yo, people are
Flash should be
too
at the
generous
bottom.
with the Flash. Like, that was so bad. That was way worse than everything on this list.
I think The Flash was I think it was better than
Terrible.
Aquaman. I think I liked it better than Aquaman. And then number 5,
I haven't seen Aquaman, but I
number 5, Shazam 2, 86%.
Weird
I
opinion.
think that's probably about right.
I haven't seen
Number
it.
4,
yeah.
Turtles at 90%. I think that is better.
Yeah.
I think I like that better than its critic score.
Really? You would put, what's that, Blue Beetle over
No,
it?
that's the only thing. So Blue Beetle's at number 3 with a 91. I wouldn't put it that high. I would put Turtles above that.
Yeah,
Blue-
I would.
Blue Beetle
Yeah,
to
like
4.
I liked Blue Beetle, but that was like in the 80s, I would say.
Yeah, I would put it around that too. 75, 80. I think 80 is even a little bit high. But again, a tie for first place. So one movie still there and flipped out a different one. We got Guardians 3 and Across the Spider-Verse at 94%. I think those are the top 2. You could make the argument for Turtles, but
Yeah,
I think those ones,
Yeah.
emotionally especially,
I mean-
like, they hit different.
Well, Guardians, yeah. Spider-Verse
Yeah. But yeah.
wasn't the best movie with a Gwen in it, is all I'm saying.
well, Migrate was pretty good too.
Yep. Best Gwen of the year.
But yeah, those are the audience scores. They're obviously a little bit higher, as is always the case. But they're roughly, they're
I don't
roughly the
completely
same.
I mean,
as
I'm
the
disagree.
glad
critics as
Blue
far as, like,
Beetle is up
ranks.
there, but that's just surprising that it's as high as it is. I did like it, but I thought it was like good, like above average, but not amazing.
Yeah, but I mean, like, look at what it's competing with.
Mhm.
Like, it's obviously not better than Turtles, Across the Spider-Verse, or Guardians. And it's obviously not worse than The Flash, Marvel, Shazam, Ant-Man, or Aquaman.
Yeah, it's like the only one
No,
that
I
hits that
agree.
middle
It's like
of the
number
road.
four.
exactly where it should be. At number 4, I think.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, I'm with you on that. My only surprise really is that the Flash is so high on all of these. Like, to me, that was
I don't think it
that was
deserves to
so
be that high.
like obviously the bottom. I would give that like a 2%.
yeah, I agree. I don't think it's that bad, but I definitely think it's scored way too high on both ends. Like, I think critically and audience wise, I think people got caught up in like some of the nostalgia from that, especially the audience, like with Michael Keaton coming back and all of that.
Yeah, but then that sure, but
Maybe.
I'm just thinking of like when they go and show all the Supermans and it like looks terrible.
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah,
see
and
it
even
in
the
Yeah,
final
but it's
fight
like,
in
it
that
doesn't-
desert, like it's
oh.
just like insert green screen with nothing around us. Yeah,
CGI
that was
overload.
horrible.
Even just him standing there existing looked bad.
Dude, his running stance
That's
was
always
god
been
Not
the
even
awful.
case,
just
though.
him. Not even that. Just how he just whenever he's just standing, whenever he exists in his super suit, he just looks bad.
I should have used Barry Allen from the CW
I agree.
show.
I love him.
That's my Flash.
Yeah, he's the best.
Very, very bad.
Grant Austin, I believe his name is.
I don't know. All I know is, yeah, definitely top 3 Turtles and Spider-Verse and Guardians. Order can change, but those are the top 3.
I agree. Okay, I think that's like
Cool.
about everything then. I think kind of coming to the end.
Not much on this one. What's everyone been up
Yeah.
to? I guess we can round it out here.
Go ahead, Bert.
You go. Oh, okay. I was getting over a sickness. I've been grinding school out. Semester's in full swing. And that's been my
That's
life.
rough, buddy. That's rough.
Yep. Homework
We got
sucked.
some bad news for you then, Bert.
Yeah.
Next episode coming up is Halo Wars, and you haven't beaten it.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't even... Fuck. How long is that game?
I don't
Just
know.
play it on easy.
10, 12
Yeah,
levels.
just play it on easy.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was playing on heroic.
Yeah, it's
and
a hard
it's
game.
hard.
It's hard.
Yeah, just play it on like
But
normal.
playing it on easy, that's, yeah, maybe normal, but you got to get some gameplay out of it. Otherwise, it's not really worth talking about.
No, I know. I played a mission or two since. But I haven't sat down and
Yeah.
played a lot.
I'll finish it this week and then be ready for, like you said, next episode is Halo Wars for the Halo series that we're doing. Different kind of a game for that. We've only been doing the mainline games and the shooters. This is a real-time strategy game. Yeah.
RTS.
So it'll be a little different. Probably about the same length, I think. There's just as much to talk about as far as story and stuff, but we'll get into that on the next episode. But I think that's it. If anybody else has anything they want to add, I think we can wrap it up.
I've been grinding through Baldur's Gate 3 since I figured you guys would never
How
play
is
it
that?
again.
It's on console now,
That
and it's
game is
crossplay
hard
now, I'm
as
pretty
hell.
sure.
That game's so hard.
Yeah.
I had an epic moment though where I'll just tell it quick because we're probably never going to talk about Baldur's Gate and I'm kind of hyped about it. Where I like went into this goblin camp and managed to talk them into like just letting me in. So I'm walking around in the goblin camp looking for this druid that has been captured or whatever. And
Mhm.
I'm like looking for him, and there's this bear in the cage. I'm like, that's gotta be him. He's a druid. And luckily I had this speak with animals potion, so I was like, yo, I gotta test this out. Cause he was just like bear noising endlessly. So I
Yeah.
took my potion and I could hear him like asking me for help. So I thought that was pretty cool. Then
That is pretty cool.
I went through, fought, got him, saved him, and he's with me. And we're like just in the jail though, so no one knows that I've like turned on these goblins in this goblin camp. So I'm in the goblin camp with him, and he's like, "We need to take out the leaders of this goblin camp," and I'm like, "I literally can't do that because there's so many goblins here. It would be impossible for me. I would die." So I'm like, damn, I think I might have fucked myself. I'm like, am I like locked into this now? Because he wants to fight them. And I accidentally said like, stick with me, thinking he would like follow me out, but he wanted to fight them. So I was like, oh my god, I'm screwed. Because if I go out, they see him and they all fight me and I just can't win that fight.
Yeah.
But I had a potion of invisibility, so I just threw it on this massive bear and then walked out with him invisible, and none of them attacked me.
See, that's cool when games let you, like,
And in
overcome
ways that you would
challenges
not
your own
even
way.
think of, too. Like,
Yeah, I literally thought I soft locked myself. I was like, I can't get out of here. Like, there is no way I'm winning against like 50 goblins.
that's cool.
But I managed to sneak him out. It's pretty awesome.
That is cool. I do want to play that game. I just wish I had more time.
It's so, I feel like I've put in so many hours. I'm still in like the very starting area. It's like endless.
Yeah, that's cool though. There's not a lot of games where you can just invest time.
Yeah, I guess. It's
have a good
fun.
experience,
But
yeah.
damn, it's like exhausting sometimes.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it then.
Well,
Yep.
keep it salty, guys.
We'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank everybody for listening.
Bird out.